Good morning, everyone. My name is Amanda Waldhart, and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Thank you for joining me for my weekly Wednesday projects. I come every Wednesday and I pick either a bundle or a stamp set and I create 2 projects with it. This entire month, I am concentrating on product that I love dearly that is leaving the catalog. Makes me so sad. So today we are going to be featuring the Pierced Bloom dies. We will not be using the stamp set. There is a stamp set that matches this, but we will not be using that today. I was so in love with just the dies. These are the greatest flower dies of all time, in my opinion. They are stitched flowers. They are gorgeous. There's stitched everything, and we're gonna have a good time with them. The stamp set, though, that we're gonna use today is actually Slim Sayings, and this stamp set is found in the January through June mini. Now, if there is a link below for a couple different things. One, you can shop my online store on the link below, or you can head over to amandasinspirationstation.com. Also, at both of them, there's a link and you can head over. There is a project sheet that is free. It's printable for the 2 projects that we do today. The project sheet will give you colored pictures, it'll give you a supply list and the measurements. The instructions are the video today. So I have this really cute, adorable little wooden frame project, and I bought this frame at my local Dollar Tree. So if you have a local Dollar Tree, you can go and see if they have them. If not, you can always go online. If this is something you want to do, and you want to maybe make multiple of them, it might be better off for you just to go online and purchase it as a box. Their boxes depend on how many they can put in it. Sometimes it's 25 of them in there. Sometimes it's, 10. I don't know how they all work. But this was the actual frame, and it said keep that same energy, and it's just a little frame with some wooden beads as the top. So we're gonna open that. So that's where I got this, and that's what we're gonna do. And then I have a cute little card to match it, so maybe you want to give this as a little gift. And here's the matching card. It just says you are really fabulous, and then on the inside you can write down all the reasons why. All right, so let's get started. We're actually going to bring out, we're going to do both of these projects kind of together, because we're going to need the exact same amount of flowers and colors in each one exactly the same. So I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine. And I'm also going to remove this little mat, and I'm going to show you why. I have this silicone baking mat that I now put under my cut and emboss machine because it helps keep it in place. And I actually got this idea from Kelly Atkinson. So thank you, Kelly, for sharing it. I think she shared it from her friend, Barb. I don't know her last name. I think it's Barb, but thank you so much for sharing it because it's a great tip. It really does help keep your cut and emboss machine right in the same spot. So I love it. All right. Here's another little tip and trick I'm going to share with you. So we need 2 of every flower. I have 2 pieces of cardstock here, and I'm going to place the large flower on top of it, and I'm going to run it through the cut and emboss machine 2 at a time. I know, I'm a rebel. 2 at a time. Can you believe it? So I'm going to do 2 of those. And then I have where we're going to need 2 of these, but this one I only have 1 of. Then we're going to do 2 of these. Let's get the flowers down first, because I'm going to run this all through my machine all at once. I'm going to be crazy and just do it all at once. So I'm going to go like that. Now, I do have my old magnetic plate in there from when Stampin' Up! Used to have a Big Shot. It works great in there. However, we do have a magnetic plate coming. May 3rd will be the new annual catalog, and I'm super excited about that because I'm really excited to try that. But in the meantime, I'm using my old platform plate, magnetic platform plate. So I have all the leaves, all the centers of the flowers and the flowers all on here to swoop through one time. And I have 2 pieces of cardstock. So I'm going to run this through, and I'm going to kind of go slower because I want to make sure that it doesn't slip and slide. And then I'm going to go back one time because I am cutting it through 2 spots. So I want to go back. All right. Let's lift up my mat here and we'll put this back over on my cart next to my desk where I'm working that you cannot see. That is behind the scenes. And I'm going to pull this out and we'll get this going. All right. So I have 2 blue flowers. Isn't this great? I love it. I love that I can do that and cut 2 out at a time. So I have 2 Bermuda Bay. Let me get a poker tool here so I can poke this out. 2 Bermuda Bay. And just put those back while we're doing it. I have 2 and 2. And then I have 1 and 1 because we only need 1 small one. That one went flying. There we go. And then I have 1 and 1. All right, now let's get the leaves out because we should have 2 of each color. They come out nice. I just got to get my nail under there and get those. Look at that. See? So if you're even just making the cards, you can really die cut 2 at a time versus 1 at a time. I like to try to do things that are smarter, not harder, but that does not always work with me. And for those of you who know me are like, I try, but sometimes I feel like I do the long way around and then I think about it afterwards. I'm like, well, why didn't I do that? But, you know. All right. So now we have our pieces to make these projects. And these projects are not hard. That's what I love about them. So let's go ahead and let's start with the framed art piece first. I'll slide those down a little bit. So here's our little framed art piece. And we need a piece. I use designer series paper from the pattern party paper. Again, another item that's leaving. Love that paper. Love, love, love. It is all black and white on one side. And then it is all like bright colors on the other side. It is a Hostess Rewards. So you, I'm going to set this aside here because we don't need this. I just took off the back, but I don't quite need it just yet. I am going to adhere it on here, so I'm going to keep this off to the side. But it is Hostess Rewards, and if you spend $150, you will earn $15 Hostess Rewards. You could just pay the $3 difference, or you could even spend $180 and then get it completely free at $18. All right, so I'm going to really ink this up on my Memento ink pad because whenever I'm doing something that's just a stain like this, I want it to be really dark. And I'm going to stamp in the bottom right-hand corner, just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place these. So I want to flip these over because I want to put dimensionals on the back. I'm building height here. And I'm at that point with some of my dimensional sheets where, look at, I'm using all the outer edges. We do not waste, that's for sure. And I'm actually going to do 2 on this one. So we'll go like that. And we'll peel those off. Okay. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this too, because this is going to go over, some of this is going to hang over this little die piece, which by the way, this die piece here is from the scalloped contour dies. Those came out in this last annual catalog. They are carrying over. They're wonderful. If you do not have them and you like dies, they should be on your wish list. Okay, so we're going to just center this right in the center of our designer series paper. And this designer series paper measures 5 by 5. So now that I have it popped up, now I'm just going to kind of start layering. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to tuck this one under a little bit off to the side, but I still want it in within my parameter of this designer series paper because I don't want it to get jammed underneath this wood frame. I don't want it to get jammed under there. All right, so we're going to go like that. Now we got some centers here. And for this little tiny guy here, I'm just going to use a mini glue dot. In fact, I'm going to use mini glue dots for all of them. So we got that one and that one. These dies to me just sell themselves. They're so gorgeous. I'm going to use mini glue dots for these too. I feel like you could have any saying that you want and just add these flowers. And right there, you just have the most gorgeous card or 3D project or framed art project that I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to kind of tuck that under like that and bring it out like that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on the bottom. And that's Evening Evergreen, the one that I did on the top. And this one is Pear Pizzazz. So I'm just going to kind of go like that. And now I'm going to add my cute little black matte little dots. These are also carrying over, so I'm really glad about that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over. Well, actually, before we do that, we got to adhere it. Duh. I did use green glue. I used my green glue. You could use your tear and tape for this. I use my green glue just because if I get it a little crooked, I want to be able to fix it. So dot, not a lot. Just kind of swirl it around. You don't need to like really goop it up. All right. And I'm just going to place this right over top. And I'm just going to gently then rub. Just a cute little gift. It's easy too. It's not hard. It's just easy. And if you flip it over, if there's any extra, you can trim that off if you want to. There's like just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. So there we go. So just like that tiny little bit right there. All right. So now I'm going to bring this over, make sure that I have it upright. And I'm just going to put it back in there. Flip it over, and there is our project. Now I added some of the glitter, black glitter ribbon. I love this ribbon. It also comes in white. Sadly, this is on the retired list. The white is carrying over, but not the black. I hate that. I wish they just keep white and black because this ribbon is gorgeous. So hopefully maybe for our July through December mini, maybe there'll be a different black pretty ribbon. All right, so I cut a very big long piece. This piece is probably over 25 inches, but I'm going to just tuck it under here under the first wooden bead, and then I'm going to bring it up like this to make sure they're even. So here, let me see if I make sure I'm in the camera. I'm making sure that they're even, and then I'm going to tie my bow. Well, maybe I'm going to tie my bow. All right, so I'm going to tie my knot here, and I do want it to go underneath that first bead. So I got that there. And now I'm going to make my Mickey ears, but they're going to be kind of big ears. And we're going to go like that. And there you have it. Now, there you go. How cute is that? So adorable. What an easy, inexpensive little gift. If you're a demonstrator, these would be great for your team meeting or a team gift. Um, maybe these would be great for, I think they would be great for craft fairs, you name it. They're great. Okay, so that's that. Now we have our card. So let's work on our card. Again, this large scallop here is also from the contour layer, contour dies. Sorry, contour scalloped contour dies. So both of these are from that. Designer paper matches this again from the Pattern Party. Have a piece of basic black cardstock, measures 5.5 by 8.5, and we're just going to fold it in half here, or you can score it at 4.25. I'm going to use my bone folder. And this inside white is 4 by 5.25. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal here, and I'm just going to place that on the inside. Now, if you wanted to decorate the inside and maybe find a flower from or actually, I was going to say a flower from another stamp set, but to be honest with you, you could cut one of these flowers out and just place it flat on the inside. That would be really cute as well. But of course, I didn't do that. So, all right. So we have our largest scallop die from the Scallop Contours. So this piece is actually going to fit on the inside of it. And I do have the measurements on my board, but I'm going to tell you the measurements here too. So it is 4 3/4 by 3 5/8. Hopefully I said that right. I always get confused when it's the 3/8, 5/8, 7/8. I don't know what it is. I have like a sheet that actually tells me and I can see it. But of course it's behind right now my you can't see, but in front of me here is actually my iPad because I use Switcher Studio and my phone to record. So it's behind there and I can't move that right now. But yeah, I'm terrible when it comes to the eighths measurements. I don't know what it is. And no matter how many years I've been a crafter, I still forget those measurements and I don't know why. All right, so I'm going to place this flat to the front of the card because we're going to pop up all the rest of the stuff. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get out this the same seine, and I'm going to use the Memento ink pad, and we're going to stamp. I want to really make sure it gets dark. And we're going to stamp that. There we go. And then I'm going to flip that over. We're going to pop it up on our card. Oh, see these glue dot or these dimensionals. This whole pack, it's like they're so strong that when I peel them off, it takes this off. You guys ever have that? I've had them now for like when I buy dimensionals, I buy a lot of them at once. So whenever I bought these, because I bought many of them, it's been an ongoing issue for me for the last couple of weeks. So hopefully I'll get through those soon and I won't have that problem. All right, so I'm going to center that. Again, we're going to flip over these guys. And we're going to put some dimensionals. Ugh, you know what? I can't even handle that. I can't do it. Can't do it, guys. I'm just going to set those aside for right now. I'll still use them. I won't throw them away, but I'm not going to use them right now. All right, so now this sheet, I don't seem to have a problem, so maybe I'm getting through all mine. All right, same placement, you guys. Same placement. I'm going to kind of put them there. I'm going to use mini glue dots now. Place those over top. And of course, there we go. I was like, where'd that little black dot go for the small card? There we go. And now I'm going to use a mini there and a mini here. And I'm going to kind of tuck that under. Oh, it's like sticking to my finger. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to lift this one up a little bit. Probably should have gotten that. There we go. There we go. And I am kind of turning that one a little bit. That's okay. The stems are thin enough that you can turn them. All right, so now I'm going to place this one down at the bottom, make that one kind of go straight out. And then again, I'm just adding my little black matte little dots here. And there you go. Look at that. How great and cute are those? I love these dies. I highly recommend getting them if you have not. They really are wonderful. I use them. I use them a lot in my paper crafting, not just my cards, but I've used them a lot in my scrapbooks. A lot in my scrapbooks. So it is definitely a set that maybe you were sitting on the fence. You should get them. Maybe this is the first time you've seen them, or and you're like, oh, I like them. You should get them. So yeah, get them before they're gone, because May 3rd starts our new annual catalog. So get those while they're gone, before they're gone. And print your free project sheet at amandasinspirationstation.com, or there's a link underneath. And if you need to shop, there's a link underneath as well. Thank you so much for joining me this Wednesday. I will see you next week for our weekly Wednesday. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks. Bye.